The 0-2 Bluffton Beavers in their home opener here in Ohio. Again, I'm Ian Went. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast on the Adrian College Sports Network. Joined alongside Brett Carlisle. We're here. It's time. What are you excited about with this matchup between the Beavers and the Bulldogs?
Well, Ian, I'm really excited today. Sorry for the folks streaming here on ACTV. We've had some issues with the broadcast, setting it up through the microphones, so hopefully you can hear us okay on the other end through these computer speakers. We have a great matchup between the Bluffton Beavers and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Ethan, I'm really excited to see what Adrian can do today, like offensive-wise and defensive-wise. They're very talented. They coming off a 33-0 victory against Hanover College, and the transfer senior has really showed us what he can do.
Yeah, Aaron Jenkins, 2 rushing touchdowns last week at home in Adrian's home opener, the 33-0 win. The first shutout for Adrian College football since the MIAA championship team of 2014. That a victory at Alma, 31-0. So they're trying to keep things going. That defense, very stingy, opportunistic. They're big up front, and that's something that, you know, when you're watching this team, the big difference from years past in this year is I caught the mascot. I was looking for the mascot earlier. There's proof. A couple beavers down there roaming the sideline. But anyway, I mean, you look at this Bulldog defensive line, they're the mainstays. The DeAndre Jennings, who's been on this team for quite a while. You have guys like Randall Broom on that defensive line. But the newcomer, we have 99 out there, Shayla Rue. Big physical kid, 6'4", 260. He's just a freshman out there for the Bulldogs. Plays that right side defensive end, and he's looking to make things difficult for this Bluffton offense. And Blake Ryan, the sophomore quarterback, over there for Bluffton. So a very good defense and an offense that, you know, struggled but moved the ball in week 1 against Heidelberg. Did a lot more scoring, obviously, in week number 2. And the emergence again of Stephen Moses at running back, as he was moved to linebacker sort of in the offseason, moved him back to tailback, and he made a difference last week.
Ian, I'm also really excited to just see what the D ends of Adrian College can do, see if they can get around this Bluffton offensive line, which Albion really didn't have an issue to since they safetied the quarterback and Bluffton safetied Albion and got 2 points, but Albion defense just ultimately shut down Bluffton's offense every time on the field, sacked the quarterback many times. The Britons really looking good, so that means Adrian's really got to come out here in this game, make a statement, so that way when it comes to MIAA play, they are ready for the Britons, Hope College, etc.
Representing the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, your Bluffton University Beavers.
Coin toss. Get the announcement.
I can't get anything working right now.
What is to happen, and the Bulldogs will kick off to start this football game, and Adrian will go offensively from right to left as we're broadcasting from on top of this beautiful press box, looking down at Alumni Field here in Bluffton, Ohio. About a 20-minute drive from Findlay. Just to give you guys sort of a perspective, if you want to go off 75, you could do that, or take the back roads like Brett and I did this afternoon. A very scenic route if you like beans and corn and good roads. A couple things Ohio's known for. So fun atmosphere here at Bluffton. The Beavers, of course, their home purples and whites. The Bulldogs wearing their road uniforms, the white jersey with the black on the sleeves, the black numbers and black pins for the Adrian College Bulldogs. We'll take a 60-second break. Kickoff minutes away from Bluffton here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Under the direction of Super
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is all
Bulldogs of the MIAA and the Bluffton Beavers of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Bulldogs coming off a big win, and the Bluffton Beavers coming off a disappointing loss to Albion last week as they were up at Albion. This is their home opener coming into the game 0-2. The Bulldogs, their second road contest, second time in the great state of Ohio. Heidelberg in week 1, the 24th ranked team in America. And now here against Bluffton, Adrian College will kick things off to start this football game. Gonna get a few more clouds as we move on into the night for a 6 o'clock kickoff. A pretty warm day for the middle of September. Good football weather if you ask me. Bulldogs will kick things off, ball at the 35-yard line. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Nothing is working, and I'm not happy about it.
Walker Evans with the ball on the tee. He stands at the 25. He'll trot up to the 35 to get things underway from Bluffton. And here we are. The kickoff is high, and it's going to be caught at the 11. Working his way up to the 20. 25 ball at the 30. Near the 35-yard line. A flag flies in late at the Bluffton 25. We'll check that marker. And in the meantime, it will be Blake Ryan, number 9, the sophomore, 6'2", from Heath, Ohio, will get things going for his Bluffton offense. Where he will start, that's the question. Return man brought it out to the 35-yard line.
But nothing is
the flag at the 25. We will await the call here before we get the first offensive snap. Adrian did win the toss. They get the ball to start the third quarter.
Return. Holding. Return team number 17.
Call is holding against Bluffton. This will push them back from good starting field position to fair starting field position. They put the flag at the 30, so they'll back him up 10 yards from there. First and 10 Beavers from the 20. Here comes this Bulldog defense. Randall Broom on the inside. DeAndre Jennings out on the edge. Up inside is number 97, Carter Sadlowski. And on the other end, it's Shane LaRue, the 4D lineman up front for the Bulldogs. Beavers go 4 wide, 2 to a side. Ryan in the shotgun, sends a man in motion across the front, fakes a run. Ryan looks to throw, Bulldogs bring pressure, a throw in the middle, intercepted! Whitekowski at the 35, the 30, he's down right there, inside the 25. One play, and the Bulldog defense, their 6th interception in 3 football games. How about that?
Well, and Blake Ryan, I don't know what he was seeing over the middle, a little bit behind his own receiver, and that's costly already early for the Beavers. And Adrian College only at the 25-yard line looking to get on top early in this football game.
2 interceptions week 1 against Heidelberg. 3 last week against Hanover. They took one to the house. Sam Madrid brought one back. Now we get the Bulldog offense ball right at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, as we see this sort of new look offense with Aaron Jenkins and Stephen Moses in the backfield with each other. Bulldogs have a tight end tight to the line, Tyler Poyer. Aaron Jenkins takes the snap, a quick hitter to the wide receiver out there, number 1 for the Bulldogs. That's the freshman wideout, Winnie. It's going to be good for about 5 yards, a 2nd and 10. So Jenkins just stands in the pocket, looks at his guy, makes a throw on 1st down.
And I really like that little curl route that they had to do there for Adrian. Nice, easy yardage down the field. You're at the 25-yard line. You don't need to do anything too big.
Here's a run for Moses. Makes a man miss in the backfield, but then gets wrapped up by a host of Beavers. He'll lose a couple. About 3 yards back to the 21-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and long for the Adrian offense. And Bluffton just stuck in that backfield. Made a nice tackle. We'll see the call here. 3rd and long. Call it 3rd and 8 from the Bluffton 21 off the interception. 3 receivers in the pattern, 2 right, 1 left.
What I really like to see here is a little bit of play action, possibly a deep ball into the corner just to see what you can get. If not, come away with a field goal.
It's a run right up the middle. Stephen Moses over the 20 to the 18, or 17, I should say. Bulldogs will make an offensive substitution. That's the bit of a difference between last year's team and this year's team. A 3rd and 8 or 7 is not necessarily a pass. They like the running ability of Aaron Jenkins, his decision making, and if you can get yourself in a 4th and 3 or 4th and 4, you're pretty confident. This is a 4th and 5 though from the 18-yard line. Can the Beaver defense stand up here? They show 3 down linemen, 4 Bulldog receivers, 2 to a side. Jenkins in the shotgun. Off the Kwiatkowski turnover, 4th and 5 from the Bluffton 18. Jenkins looks, throws sideline, intercepted inside the 15. Picked off by the Beavers. Number 38, Nicholas Perry, the junior, intercepted that pass. Not sure if it had first down yardage anyway. So an interception for the Bulldogs and now one for the Beavers.
2 quick interceptions off the start. We're not even 3 minutes into the first quarter and we already have 2 turnovers. Defenses are going to be looking really good out here. I wonder if fantasy players got Bluffton defense and Adrian defense starting for them.
What's the over-under interceptions today? We'll find out. 1st and 10 Beavers, they go from their own 15. Their second offensive play now. Bulldogs show some pressure. It's going to be a turn and give up the left edge. Couple blocks up to the second level, but taken down by the Bulldog linebacker. And that is, of course, Kyle Minder, number 42, a tackling machine for this Bulldog defense. 2nd and 7.
3 on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
See what's unfortunate though, it's like we're not getting power out of it.
2nd down and 7. Quarterback takes, gives, Bulldogs clamp down, and they can't finish the play. McCary has to come up from his defensive spot to make a tackle. Bulldogs want to hold, they don't get it. It'll be a 3rd and short now for Bluffton off of that carry. For the Beavers, Malik Tucker, senior from Fostoria, Ohio.
Fucking outlets suck.
So 2 runs brings us to a 3rd and 3. We're scoreless. 2.5 into this first quarter. 0-0. Ryan in the shotgun. Sends a receiver in motion right to left. Across the formation. Here's the snap. It's a run up the middle. Bulldogs storm him there. They'll wrap him down for no gain. Maybe lost a yard. Andrew Newmer in on the tackle. 44 on defense. So, first 3 minutes, it's been all defense. An interception on the first play for the Adrian defense, and then an interception on a 4th down for Bluffton. Bulldogs force a punt here on a 3 and out.
After this,
that's really good by the Adrian defense to, after that interception by Jenkins, to get on the field, force a 3 and out, get off the field, force a punt. Maybe we can come back on the field and do something with this offense.
Jake Baumgartner back to punt. He gets away a short punt. Fair caught by Kiawah down there at the 42-yard line. That's where Adrian will set up 1st and 10. Their second possession. So we've seen a lot of Stephen Moses running the football as of late. Aaron Jenkins doing his thing, throwing the football. We know what he can do running the football, and that's the threat that the Bulldog offense has not had for a long time. Of course, with the great arm of Jack Werzer, he didn't really have to throw it that or run it that much. Bulldogs show 3 receivers, 1 out wide right, 2 short side to the left. Running back and a tight end. Jenkins, quarterback power off that right side, gets some good blocking, cuts it back to the left, 50, 45, and he drags a couple Beavers down to the 40, a 15-yard run for Mr. Aaron Jenkins on the Bulldog 1st down.
We saw that a little bit too the last weekend. Jenkins, when you said 2 rushing touchdowns, he can use those legs. And not many QBs can, here in the MIAA, have that power to use the legs. And it's a good addition to the Bulldog offense.
Yeah, that's something we will see on the other side when we go play schools like an Alma or an Olivet or a Trine with a quarterback that can run the football. Very similar to the rest of the conference. And some movement up front by both teams as Matt Pillow, the center, got laid out. But was there movement before that play? We'll have our second penalty of this football game. This one, the first pre-snap penalty from the 40 of Bluffton. Officials convene. Definitely Bulldog movement, but was the man in motion? That's the question. We'll get the call.
Outside. Defense.
The call is offside on the defense. Gives him a 5-yard walk-off. Bring us to a 1st and 5 now from the Bluffton 35. We're scoreless, 11:02 and counting left in the first quarter. Ian Wendt, Brett Carlisle with you here on the Adrian College Sports Network. 1st and 5 for Jenkins on the offense. It's a fake run Jenkins back to pass, going deep middle, looking for Minnie. It's overthrown and a flag on the play. Tight coverage, a little too tight, I might add, for the Bluffton defender. This will the football 10 or 15 yards. It's not a spot foul in college, but Minnie got behind his guy, and it looked like it was Martiz Neighbors, the senior defensive back from Redford, Michigan, covering Minnie. Should be a Bulldog first down.
And that was good by him to get behind that defender, cause the penalty. The defender lost track of where he was, caused the pass interference. It's going to be 15 yards for Adrian in favor.
Yeah, and if you're Neighbors right there, that's a pretty good play. I think Minnie beat him on the inside. Just grab a little bit of that jersey. You'd rather give him 15 yards than a touchdown. First and 10, Adrian from the Bluffton 20. 10:46 to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Jenkins from the shotgun. Trips tight to the left. This is a run for Jimmy Clark. Clark cuts it outside to the left. 10, 5, barrels through toward the pylon. Touchdown Bulldogs! Jimmy Clark from 20 yards out. Bulldogs 6, Beavers nothing.
And I really thought that play was going to break up by Jimmy Clark. I thought he was going to get taken down behind the backfield, and he bounced outside, and that was a beautiful run by Jimmy himself.
Yeah, I give credit to those big guys out there. Nathan Bennett, the left tackle. Jack Cecila, the left guard. Matt Pillow at center. And Jimmy Clark shows you that speed. The 20-yard scamper for the score.
And what I really liked is that Jimmy was trying to find the hole, but then he took his option B and bounced it to the outside, and there was open field right in front of him, and it resulted in 6.
Walker Evans on for the extra point. Bluffton jumps offside, but Walker looked like he put it through, no call. Yes, the official says he made the kick. They'll wave off that offside against Bluffton.
And the extra point is good.
That's the one thing, and I don't want to be critical in week 3, Brett, but if there's one thing this team can solidify here today and next week against Finlandia, it would be the kicking game. If there's any spot the team has struggled, it's been kicking the football. Not just with Walker, but really that whole unit. But regardless, Bulldogs find the end zone. Jimmy Clark, 20-yard touchdown run. We'll take a timeout. Bulldogs 7, Beavers nothing. 10:37 in the first on the Adrian. The ensuing kickoff. This will be caught at the 10, return from there. Bluffton setting up the return to the 20, 25 spinning to the 30. Nice little return by the Beaver return man. Bluffton ball first and 10. With that last Bulldog drive, they went from their own 42 and they found the end zone on a Jimmy Clark 20-yard touchdown run. He brings a different element to the Bulldog rushing attack. Stephen Moses brings the power, and Clark brings the speed.
It's kind of like a little Hassan Haskins, Blake Corum type duo out there. One with speed, one with power, and now it's Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum. But it was kind of nice to see Jimmy Clark get out there and just bounce around outside and he's getting a few snaps in there, unlike Moses.
First and 10 Beavers. A swing out pass to the left. Andrew Newmer forces the play back inside, and the tackle can be made after a 7-yard reception. Brandon Kwiatkowski, the man with the interception for the Bulldog defense, makes the tackle. Second and short, Bluffton from their 39, and they use pace here. 3 out wide to the left. That's the short side of the field. No one's out wide to the right. Here's the snap. Give up the middle to the big bruising back. He'll get about a yard. Bulldogs stuff him up nicely on that second down rush. Big number 99, Shea LaRue. I mean, you can just look at that guy, Brett.
Third down.
That's a big defensive end.
It is a big defensive end, and Jim Deere's been doing something. There's something in the water in Adrian College. And he's a big man. He's getting around those offensive linemen quite easily.
Third and short. This is straight run. Bulldogs force him to the edge and a first down Beavers. Running back stretched it out. First and 10 Bluffton toward the 45-yard line. Solid running there for number
Brings up Beaver
32.
first down.
That's Kaden Stoner, sophomore from Bell Center, Ohio. For the Beavers, first down of this football game. It comes with 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Adrian up 7-0. From the shotgun, takes and gives back to number 32. He'll get escorted into the Bulldog bench by Mr. McCary and company, the Bulldog safety. Second down and long.
Adrian kind of recognized that it was the same play. It was back-to-back same plays. Bounce, run outside to the left, and Adrian recognized at that time only a couple of yards, maybe not even 2 yards for Bluffton there.
Ryan back to pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Andrew Newmer right there on the defense of number 24 for the Beavers out there, the tight end. Joseph Teviano, sophomore, 5'9" from Lima, Ohio, an undersized tight end at 5'9". They go to the line quickly for a third down. Blake Ryan in at quarterback, the sophomore. 3rd and 9 from their own 45. Beavers from the shotgun, snap is low, gathers, pressure, throwing, caught, first down Bluffton. Offensive line held up just long enough for the big, tall receiver, number 8 out there to make that reception. Deshaun Monty, 6'5", a $195. And a Beaver first down, they're rolling here. 1st and 10 from the Adrian 45. Ryan looks out there, bubble screen. Bulldogs make a tackle right away. Jumping forward for 4 yards is number 8 out there. Back-to-back reception for Bonte. Beavers want to go quick here. 8.5 to go in the first.
Second down and
Adrian
6.
leading 7-0 on a Jimmy Clark touchdown run. Ryan back in the gun, a bubble screen out to the near side. And Adrian escorts him out of bounds. Andrew Newmer on the tackle. Also Jimmery Cannon, number 2, the big physical corner.
42-yard line.
3rd and short. Should be about a 3rd and 1 for the Beaver offense.
And Andrew Newmer, graduate senior, he's been out there on that field plenty of times. He knows what to do. He recognized the bubble screen. Now forces a 3rd down and short for Bluffton. And we're going to see what Newmer can do on this play.
To back it up to be a 3rd and 3 from the Adrian College 38. Ryan takes, gives to the tailback. Bulldogs get him right there. Donovan McCary on the tackle, the safety. An aggressive move there. Also looked like number 96 for Adrian College, the defensive lineman. Manuel Cole, the 6'1" junior, makes a tackle for no gain. 4th down now for Bluffton.
And they're going to go for it here, Ian. 4th and 4, 4th and 3 on the 38, on Adrian's 38.
3 out wide, and somebody moved, and they're going to be pointing fingers back and forth. Shayla Rue was a little early, I believe. We'll check the call.
They're saying Marcus Finley. Adrian pointing at Marcus Finley for jumping that one, possibly. Is it going to be a backup of 5 yards, or is it going to be a
4th and 8 or 1st and 10? Bluffton claps. And it's an offside on the Bulldog defense. First down be a penalty. It's been a flag-filled first half a quarter here in Bluffton.
Brings up a Beaver first
Defensive
down.
line really getting after the Bluffton offensive line, and that's going to be a battle we'll see all night long. They've watched film on each other. They know what's coming. 1st and 10 Beavers from the Adrian 33. Bulldogs up 7-0. There's a run right up the middle. Randall Broom and company there. Carter Sidlowski, 6'3" freshman, 235, playing defensive tackle. In on that play.
Pick up a 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Ian, can we just take a second and turn around and just look at the
Look
view
right into the sun? No.
Right into the sun. The view that we have, though, I mean, it's kind of quite scenic, for being honest. The horizon's so flat here in Ohio.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, Brad. I'm not looking at it, though. 2nd and 8 from the Adrian College 31. Bulldogs showing some pressure off the edge. They bring it. Ryan back to pass, throws over the middle, caught for 1st down inside the Adrian 20. Found the man-to-man coverage, and they complete it. Trayvon Cummings with the reception, the junior receiver, 1st and 10.
Beaver first down on the
post route
17-yard line.
On the coverage, Jamari Cannon, just a little bit too soft defense and a nice slant route for Bluffton, and they convert to get a first down. They're getting closer and closer to that end zone.
First down run. And that's about 2 yards to the Bulldog 15.
Stoner, the ball carrier.
That was number 32 again. Out there with the carry. Stoner. Sophomore tailback. 5:50 to go in this quarter. Adrian leads 7-0. Blake Ryan surveys. Bulldogs jump offside again. Unbelievable. I mean, you're right next to the football, will Coach Deere say. You're right there. You got to look at it. Another 5 yards for the offense on a second down and short. That's twice on this drive.
And that's what's going to kill them right here. Bluffton is going to get 6 or 7 points, maybe even 3 if Adrian can stop the penalties. But right now it's looking like a good Bluffton drive, and it's going to be a tied game here momentarily.
Second and short. Call it second down and 3.
Second down
From the
and
10
3.
now. Bulldogs have not allowed a point in 4 quarters. That's in jeopardy here. Ryan calling off the play to his offensive line. From the shotgun, he takes, looks to throw. Looking for that slant pattern. It's not there. LaRue chasing, throwing to the end zone, and nearly intercepted. Kwiatkowski almost had 2 in that far side corner. Jumped the route and knocked the pass down. A third and short upcoming. But a nice job by Ryan to slip through that pressure.
That pressure was coming in full force from Adrian, and it's a good way to get rid of the pass, but Kwiatkowski almost got his second interception on the day. He's looking like he's the receiver on Bluffton out there right now.
Third and short as Bluffton works on this drive. 5:19 left in the first. Bulldogs 7, Beavers nothing. Bulldogs showing some pressure up the middle. Bluffton sends a receiver in motion. They throw a screen behind it. It's Kwiatkowski in the tailback, and that's close to the first down. This might be measurement territory, but the head of referee says 4th down. It's a 4th down and short. Kwiatkowski made a nice tackle over there.
They're just going to push it right up the
That
middle.
brings up Beaver 4th down.
And the ball is on the turf. Who's got it? And there's also a flag. I think there was early movement. I don't know who moved.
We have a flag on the play.
Another pre-snap penalty. Either Bluffton wasn't set or Adrian jumped offside. Bulldogs celebrate. We await this call yet again.
Either way, I think it's going to be a stop on 4th down for Adrian. Or it's going to be another
umpire down there in the middle of the pile.
Another 4th down situation for Bluffton. They're probably going to send on the field goal
Before
unit.
the snap, not all 11 players were set on offense.
Bluffton got to the line
Start.
quickly,
5-yard
but not
penalty.
quickly enough,
Still
so they
4th down.
negate the snap. And this is that's a good penalty for Bluffton because they did fumble the football and Adrian recovered. It would have been an Adrian ball right there. Instead of 4th down and 6, they have a chance to kick a field goal here.
Get 3 points up on the board. You're right, Ian. That's very beneficial for the Beavers.
Jake Baumgartner out there to kick. Sophomore from Toledo. This will be a 30-yard field goal. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, away, and it's got plenty of leg, and it's good.
And the field goal is
It's
good.
a 7-3 ball game. Bulldogs in front. They'll get the
4:44
football
in the
back.
first quarter.
4:44 remaining in the first
7,
quarter.
Bluffton
We'll be back in
3.
30 seconds on the Adrian College Sports Network. College Sports Network. However you are listening this evening, we do appreciate it. Ian Wentz, Brett Carlisle up here in the booth, on top of the booth, I should say. 4:44 to go in the first quarter. It's an Adrian lead, 7-3, after the 30-yard field goal by Jake Baumgartner for Bluffton cut into the Bulldog lead.
You did make a bet with our SID, didn't you, Ian, about a 65-3 possible score?
It wasn't a bet, it was a prediction.
A prediction?
Yeah. Well, they got their 3.
They got their 3, so now Adrian just has to put up 58 more points.
In a row. Yep. Hey, Beavers are bringing it. Their home opener. Here's a kickoff return for the Bulldogs up over the 25 to the 30. Tripped up at around the 32-yard line. Doing the kick return for Adrian College.
Home opener for the Beavers. They got quite a crowd out here tonight, the Bluffton faithful. And they got their own student section too. Quite a few of them showed up, and 2 of their Beaver mascots, like you said earlier.
Yep. Shenard Foster on the Bulldog return from Detroit, Michigan.
On the 32-yard line.
To Detroit Loyola. Adrian 1st and 10. They go from their own 32. Jenkins and company. 3 receivers tight to the line on the left. Minnie alone on the right, and this is a run to Jimmy Clark. He's going to spin out of a tackle and gain a couple. He was stuffed in the backfield but spun away and got a couple.
It's good hesitation, good running by Jimmy Clark there to make something out of that play. He was going to lose a couple of yards, spun out of it, and eventually got a couple of yards. Second and 8, 30 on the 34 for Adrian College now.
Malik Ray now in at tailback. He was in street clothes last week in Adrian College's home opener. The Hudson graduate in the backfield with Aaron Jenkins. Under 4 to go, and a whistle before the snap. Sloppy so far, pre-snap. That flag from the umpire, so might be a play clock situation or a false start.
Offense, number 68, 5
False
yards.
start.
Second down.
On Adrian College, the left guard, Jax Cecilia.
That's 4 penalties, I believe, on Adrian College, maybe 5. That's definitely what Jim Deere going to definitely be on them here in the Cummings at the end of this quarter. And 5 penalties is just not what you need right now. Got to get down the field, put some more points up on the board.
Second and 13. Jenkins going deep. He's got a man, and it's off his fingertips. Kenny Kiawah was open at the 35, and Jenkins just missed him because that, ladies and gentlemen, was a 68-yard touchdown waiting to happen. Just so close.
Kenny Kudrow almost laid out and grabbed that. And just a little far in front of him. Jenkins made a little bit of a mistake, threw it too far in front, but he's going to definitely make up for that. I guarantee we see another play like that later on here in the game.
3rd and 13 now from the Adrian College 29. 3:41 left in the first quarter. 7-3 Adrian. Jenkins alone in the shotgun. 5 out wide. 3 left, 2 right. Beavers rush 3. Jenkins rolling out to the left. Throws it up. And it's going to be a reception at the 45, the 50. Off a defender to the 45, the 40, 35, 30. 25 cuts back, and he's tackled down at the 21-yard line. What a Bulldog reception for Keontae Townsend, the grad student from Flint. What a reception and a run after catch.
What a way to get open, and then the Jenkins with the time back there in the pocket, scrambled out to the left side, threw the pass perfectly. They got the first down and a lot more, almost a touchdown. Tackle saved by the safety.
50-yard reception.
Bulldog 1st and 10 on the 21-yard
First down
line.
and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 21 of Bluffton now. Clock rolling at 3:09 in our first quarter. Stephen Moses in at running back. He'll take the Jenkins handoff, cuts to the left, back to the middle, upended at the 15. A little submarine action there from the Bluffton defender. Tackles Moses after a gain of about
Moses,
6.
the ball carrier.
It was a good run by Moses. Got 6 yards.
Bring up
Second and
down
short
and 4.
now, ball on the 15, running clock. Adrian's looking good on this drive.
That's how you have to tackle Stephen Moses. You got to get at his knees or below. Low center of gravity, runs tough. He stays in. 3 receivers for Jenkins. It's going to be quarterback power to the left. Jenkins to the sideline. He goes out of bounds after no gain, and the late flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
I think I saw about 150 flags from the stands go flying in. They wanted the Bulldog hold, and they're going to get it. Another Adrian College penalty here in this first half.
It's very Very unfortunate for the Bulldogs. You're capitalizing off a good drive off of a third and long, and now
Second down.
you're going to be even further back after a holding penalty on second down. 2:25 left here in the first quarter.
Result of the penalty
Still plenty
is
of
now
time
second
to
down and 14 for the Bulldogs.
make a couple good plays, but 2nd and 14 now.
Ball placed at the 25. Jenkins from the shotgun. Jimmy Clark with him on his right side. Relays the play to his receivers. 2 down to the left, the short side. 2 out wide, up top. Jenkins claps his hands, looks straight back to pass. Pressure from the Beavers. Steps out of it, steps up. Look at Aaron Jenkins go to the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Aaron Jenkins from 25.
Aaron Jenkins using the legs. He's looking like Lamar Jackson out there. Kyler Murray, too. I mean, he was cutting in and out, squeezed through a couple of holes that I didn't think he was going to get through, and using the legs to score 6 for the Bulldogs.
Can you say special? Transfers in the Offensive Player of the Year in his former conference. Aaron Jenkins, a 25-yard beauty on the ground. Walker Evans in for the PAT. Kenny Kiawah takes. Walker's kick is good. Bulldogs score on a magical run from Aaron Jenkins, a 25-yard scamper. Adrian 14, Bluffton 3, under 2 minutes to go in the first. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Adrian College Sports Network. Aaron Jenkins, extra point makes it 14-3 here in Bluffton, Ohio. Ian Wendt, Brett Carlisle with you here on the Adrian College Sports Network. 1:56 to go in a penalty-filled first quarter. No shortage of flags on both teams. Evans, ball on the left hash of the 35. He'll kick it off here. Not too much wind today as he sends it downfield to the right side. It's going to be caught at the 9. Bluffton has been doing a good job on kick returns, but not there. Swallowed up ahead of the 20. And what do you know it? Another flag flies in at the 15-yard line. We'll see what this is on the kickoff. Usually holding if it's before the tackle. You get a lot of face masks, too, if you're the kick coverage unit. The first kickoff of the game, actually, was a holding penalty on Bluffton on the kickoff.
Block below the waist.
And it's a block below the waist.
Half the distance to the goal. First down.
They'll bump it back half the distance to the goal. First down, Beavers. Chance for this Adrian College defense to stand up again. Played a great game last week, near perfection against Hanover College. Surrendered a field goal last drive, or 2 drives ago, I should say. See what the Beavers can do. Backed up, down 11. 1:49 to go in the first quarter.
9-yard line.
This is actually my first Bulldog game that I've watched this year for football. I haven't been able to watch them in any other contest. I think I caught the end of the Heidelberg game, but sadly that fell badly for Adrian since they are ranked 24th in the nation.
Stoner with the carry, grabs a couple Bulldogs, and they wrap him up. Take him to the turf at the 10-yard line. I was trying to warn you about Aaron Jenkins and the car ride over here. You see right there in that 25-yard run.
You did tell me that Aaron Jenkins was good. I never really believed you, I guess. I mean, I saw his 2 rushing touchdowns, but I thought those were from a little short yardage out, so I was figured it was just a push up the middle.
2nd and 9 for the Beavers. $1:20 to go in the first. Blake Ryan checks with his offensive line. 4 receivers out. It's going to be a speed option. Pitches out to the tailback. Jimmy Cannon and DeAndre Jennings converge on the ball carrier. Tackle Stoner after a couple. Brings up a 3rd down and about 5 from the Bluffton 14.
Stoner, the ball carrier, pick up a 5.
DeAndre Jennings has been around this program for a long time for Coach Jim Deere. Where's number 5 for the Bulldogs? He's a grad student, 5th-year player, one of the many that came back and said, we're on a mission this year. Out there on left defensive end, 3rd and 5 for the Beavers. Ryan looks left all the way, throws, incomplete. Look for the flag, there is none. Kind of surprised. 3rd and medium, there was some physicality there as Kyle Minder was there along with Ethan Ringer, the junior wideout, 6'3" from nearby Findlay, Ohio, and the Beavers will punt.
And I thought it could have been wrong. Number looked like he held up a little bit on number 5 on Bluffton. I'm surprised too that there wasn't a penalty flag thrown for pass interference or holding, to be more specific.
Jake Baumgartner back to punt, gets a good one away. Kiawah catches it at the 46, makes a couple Beavers miss, and it gets swarmed over. That's a lot of dancing for about a yard on the kick return by our young man up there, number 4, Kenny Kiawah. 1st and 10 Bulldogs with good field position here. 19 seconds left in this quarter, leading 14-3.
Kiawah with that almost amazing catch earlier. He's gotten some good punts from Baumgartner. Baumgartner's got a leg on him. He's definitely sent that field goal earlier as well.
Bulldog 1st down on the 48-yard line.
Adrian College goes to work from the Beavers' tooth at their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Ball on the left hash. 2 receivers tight to the line on the left. That's the near side, short side. Jenkins in at quarterback. He'll take. Fake to Clark. Jenkins looking deep middle, looking for Minnie. He goes up and it's batted away. Good play, and a flag flies in late. I mean, that looked like a good defensive effort out there for Bluffton's 21. Dominic Epelije, the sophomore defensive back. Jenkins threw it behind Minnie, but must have impeded his process coming back to try to catch that ball.
Defense, number 21, 15 yards from the previous
Home fans not a fan of that call.
And I guess
I kind of side with them a little bit. It was kind of a jump ball situation.
I do kind of side with the crowd a little bit. Yeah, that was kind of a jump ball situation. It was batted down. I guess the referees just saw it differently.
Yeah, it was the one of the back judges from the far side, so he had a different angle than the home fans here in Bluffton. It's a Bulldog 1st down, 12 seconds to go in this quarter from the 37 of Bluffton. It's a run to Stephen Moses, breaks it out to the right side to the 35-30. Moses dancing to the sideline, 25 and a 1st down for Adrian College, right at the 22-yard line for Stephen Moses. About a 13-yard rush for big number 24, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our first quarter of play. A 20-yard run for Jimmy Clark, 25 from Aaron Jenkins, a Bluffton field goal in that first quarter, and a bunch of flags. Take a 30-second break. Adrian on the march here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Located about 20 minutes from Findlay, Ohio, just off I-75 here in Ohio. About a 90-minute drive for the Bulldog fans that did make their way down to Bluffton. As we were setting up, I was like, I didn't see any Bulldog fans here. Yeah, they showed up. They were hanging out in the parking lot. Adrian with the football, 1st and 10. They operate from the Bluffton 22-yard line. First play of our second quarter. Stephen Moses in at tailback with Aaron Jenkins, his QB. going to be a quarterback run option. Jenkins keeps it at the 20. A couple Beavers bump together and drag him down at the 16 for a second and medium. That's a unique play.
It is a unique play, and I'm surprised that Jenkins took the ball himself. It was kind of a read, so he ran the ball, power option. He decided to keep the ball, but Kiawah was kind of wide open on a little slant route. I'm surprised he didn't pitch it to him a little bit.
Second and 4.
Second down and 4.
Adrian offense working from the right hash mark. 2 receivers out wide to the right. 1 left. Tight end tight to the line, Tyler Poyer. Beavers show pressure. Bulldogs run behind it. It's Steven Moses following his offensive line up the gut. It's a Bulldog first down at the Bluffton 11. Good push by Matt Pillow, the center. He's been playing guard most of his Bulldog career, but shifting over to center with the graduation of Ben Pelletier, longtime Adrian College center. Will make a substitution. Tyler Poyer and Steven Moses come out. Cole Sesslar. And here's the freshman receiver. An interesting way that Adrian's used number 34 out there. He's been returning kicks. Shenard Foster. He will run that jet motion across the formation, and he's been getting a couple carries. We'll see what Coach Bailey on the offense do here. And Jenkins is going to be a quarterback draw up the middle, inside the 5, down near the 2-yard line.
Jenkins carries the ball down to the...
It's a bit of a decoy for the Bluffton defense as Adrian brought out all these speed guys and a Jenkins run up the gut.
It's gonna be close to a first down. I think at the 3-yard line here. They have 1 yard to go. They're pretty close to scoring here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Jenkins run, to be honest.
Jalen Minnie out there, wide receiver. It'll be a run. Jimmy Clark runs into his own man. Stopped up at the 4, and he's driven back. Bluffton converging on the Bulldog tailback. Lost about a yard back to the 4. This will be a 3rd down attempt here inside 13 to go in our first half. A 14-3 score in favor of the visiting Bulldogs.
You know, that was just unfortunate for Clark there. I mean, like, his own lineman got backed up into him, and then he tried to find a little bit of a crease to get through, but then obviously the Bluffton player that was on the ground just grabbed him and just took him down by the ankles.
We'll see the play call here. Similar formation to the Aaron Jenkins run a couple plays ago. 5 out wide on a 3rd and 3. Jenkins, it's a quarterback run right away, gets eaten up by that big defensive lineman. Jenkins trying to break free, and he's bottled up. What a physical play in there. Big number 99, Javier Johnson. He's 6'3" Bills from Warren, Michigan. Took down Jenkins, and this will be a field goal attempt for Walker Evans. Loss of about 2 officially. This puts Walker setting up from the 13, so a 23-yard field goal. 15 seconds on the play clock. From the right hash. Kenny Kiawah to hold. Snap is there, hold is there. Walker Evans, foot to leather, and it's good. A field goal from 23 yards out gives Adrian a 2-touchdown lead. 11:32 to play in our first half. Bulldogs 17, Beavers 3. We'll take a 30-second break. More football when we return on the Adrian College Sports Network. A 23-yard field goal for Walker Evans gives Adrian College a 2-score lead. 17-3 here in Bluffton, Ohio, home of the Beavers. Their first home game of this 2022 season. Welcome into the broadcast. I'm Ian Wentz. Brett Carlisle made the trip with me. A 90-minute drive through bean fields and corn to get down here to beautiful Bluffton.
It almost just popped up right. We were 2 miles out and we were just seeing beans and corn, and then Bluffton University just popped right up into our view, and a water tower to be exact actually was the first thing we saw, and we were like, hey, we're here, and then the football field just appeared. So
beautiful facility as Walker Evans boots this one out of play on the ensuing Bulldog kickoff.
And Evans kicks it off out of bounds.
Beautiful field here in Bluffton. It's a artificial turf alumni field. This kickoff out of bounds should put the football, I believe, at the Bluffton 35.
Kick out of bounds. Always places the 5-yard line. First down.
It'll be a 1st and 10. Correction, ball at the 30. Or 35. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Why do I doubt myself?
don't doubt yourself, Ian.
The
It's
umpire
okay.
fooled me. He lined up at the
They'll bring
30.
up Beaver first and 10
Ball
on
at
the
the
35
35,
yard
1st
line.
and 10 for Blake Ryan and this Bluffton offense. His 4 first downs for the Bluffton offense, 8 for Adrian College.
Adrian really in command in this game.
Fake run. Ryan looking, feeling the pressure. Shea LaRue brings him down. The big bad defensive end finds the sophomore quarterback, throws him down. And if you give Shea LaRue
Ryan
enough
Pickel for a
time,
loss.
he'll get to you.
Yeah, Shea LaRue. Like we were talking about him earlier, big man. Getting around his defender,
They got Beaver
found the
second down and
crease, got to the
17.
quarterback. We might see that a couple more times tonight.
He's not just big, he's bad. He's a bad, bad man out there. They'll put a tight end over there to help the left tackle on a 2nd and long. 2nd and 17. Beavers run up the middle, get a couple yards back as DeAndre Jennings found himself in on the tackle up to the 32. It's a 3rd down and 13 for Bluffton University.
I believe that was Malik Tucker on that run for Bluffton. That was a good, nice little run to get a few yards back. But we're still looking at a 3rd and long situation for the Beavers.
An offensive lineman coming out for Bluffton, number 70, Nicholas Myers, the senior from St. Mary's, Ohio. He's being helped to the sideline. On the field, under 10.5 to go in the half. 3rd and 13 for Ryan in the offense. And they'll run the football. Bulldogs sniff that out. Up to the original line of scrimmage, the 35, but nothing more. And Bluffton will punt on a 3 and
Tucker's the ball
out.
carrier.
Yeah, bringing back Baumgartner out. He's been kicking all night now. Only a field goal, 17-3 for Bluffton, and they just went 3 and out once again after getting sacked.
Bring up a Beaver first down.
Bringing up a 3rd and long situation, and they decided to run it, which was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I think so too, but then you look at the first down play as the snap is corralled by Baumgartner, and it gets away a good one. Kenny Kiawah from the 20 to the 25, goes toward the right sideline to the 30, up near the 35, pulled out at the 34. And the first down play, the sack by Shea LaRue, I think influenced that 3rd down decision to not throw the football, thinking we don't have enough time to get downfield.
And I really like that punt return by Kiawah though, because if you give Kiawah space, he's gone. He's got so much speed, and his brother's on the team, I believe, correct if I'm not mistaken. Jack Kiawah, 16 on
Kiawah
Adrian,
returns the ball
sophomore,
off
the backup
the
QB for Jenkins.
35-yard line, where it's
I think we're gonna
first down and
see
10 for the Bulldogs.
Jack Kiawah come in the game, probably maybe late in the second half, possibly.
The brother connection here at Adrian College. Jack was a transfer in from Finlandia, former MIAA school. 9.5 to go in the half. Bulldog football at their own 35. Jenkins tosses it over to Stephen Moses, dances through the Beavers and picks up 5 yards to the Adrian College 40. A nice little play there in the backfield by Moses to get free.
That was a really good play by Adrian there. I really liked
Moses, the ball carrier, pick up
the
a
pitch out
5.
to the left side, and Moses just bounced his way through there, got 5 yards. That's a really good first down situation. Now you're looking at 2nd and 5, which is where you want to be on the 40-yard line.
In a first quarter that was very sloppy, chopped up by several penalties. Very clean second quarter thus far. 2nd and 5 from the Bulldog 40. Jenkins straight back to pass, a clean pocket. Jenkins steps up middle, has Kenny open at the 30. He's caught it. First down Bulldogs inside the 25. He hit Kenny that time. Comes up with a catch. First down Dogs.
Kiawah again. I think we're going to be seeing him a lot tonight. He's got quite the vision to get downfield, slip past the secondary.
Bring up first and 10
play
on
by
the
the Bulldogs.
25-yard line.
And a guy that has really had to step into that leadership role. He's one of the veteran receivers for Coach Bailey, the offensive coordinator, and Coach Jim Deere. There is no Donald Scott, this year to be that senior leader. Kenny really stepping up this 2022 season. Beavers bring a blitz. Jenkins runs right up the middle. 5 yards on that one, down to the 20. 8.5 to go in the half. Adrian 17, Bluffton 3. Beavers home opener for this 2022 season. As we mentioned, they played an MIAA school. They played Albion last week up in Albion and took a beating there, 51-2 against one of the favorites in the league. Of course, Hope up there as well.
I think
Albion.
I think Adrian should have been a favorite this year too. Another blitz by Tyler Davis there.
Stephen Moses runs into it, gets about 4, maybe 3, brings up a 3rd and short. Yeah, Bluffton being aggressive, these run blitzes. Trying to slow down this Adrian rushing attack.
Adrian now facing with a 3rd and 2 on the 17. About 7:30 left in the second quarter. We're going to see what Jenkins is going to do here.
3 receivers bunch up tight to the line. Tyler Poyer, Kenny Kiawah, and I believe that's Townsend on the right side. Jenkins from the shotgun with Stephen Moses. Moses gets the call up the middle. First down, Bulldogs to the 10, diving down near the 8. That middle of the offensive line going to work here tonight. It's, Jack Cecila, number 68, Matt Pillow, the center. Landon Banks getting some time at right guard. And out there, Isaiah Simon, at right guard today. That's something Adrian did really well last week in that 33-0 win at home over Hanover, is running the football between the tackles. First and goal, Adrian at the 9, under 7 to go in this half. 17-3 our score. Jenkins claps, takes, fakes to Moses. Jenkins rolling to the right, running out of room. Jenkins fakes a throw, and he runs down inside the 5. As a couple players tangle up in the back of the end zone. Little extracurricular activities down there.
No
I think
call,
it was 21 for
second down and goal.
Dominique FBIJ, and number 15, Andrew Thomas for Adrian College. No harm, no foul. Just a little discussion afterwards.
A little rough housing. You like to see that, obviously, in the football game. It brings out the character in football.
2nd and 3. Goal to go. Jenkins gives to Moses. Touchdown, Adrian College. Off left tackle. Moses finds pay dirt. Adrian marches down the field and scores. It's 23-3 Bulldogs here in the second.
And I don't even know if Stephen Moses was touched on that play. He just dove into the end zone. I mean, he just burrowed through the hole that was created for him, and beautiful play. Adrian up 23-3, 24-3, probably momentarily here in a second.
Nathan Bennett providing the power for the Adrian front. 6'6", 380 pounds. Brett, don't get behind him in line at Ritchie.
Nathan Bennett's actually in one of my classes, so
don't say anything about him then. He might,
Actually a very nice guy. Indianapolis Colts fan too, so.
Kick is good for Walker Evans.
Studying that offensive line probably, I'm sure they're very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Is he a big fan of
Adrian, 24, Bluffton,
who's that guard
3.
from Notre Dame that plays there now?
That's kind of blanking my mind now. You asked about it.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
All the listeners know who we're talking about. We're going to take a break and Google it. Bulldogs 24, Beavers 3 on the Adrian College Sports Network. College Sports Network. Ian Went, Brett Carlisle with you on ACSN.
So we heard Laura just come in there, I believe, and it is
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin
That's
Nelson.
his name. I got the last name during the break. I forgot Quentin, but yeah, the Bulldog offensive line doing their best Indianapolis Colts impersonation as Walker Evans squibs this to the 30, picked up by the up man there. Good field position to start for Bluffton with 6 minutes left in the first half, and a flag comes in after the play. Getting some chippiness here at Alumni Field at Bluffton. This will really impact this ensuing drive for the Beavers. Interesting fact about this rivalry here. They've played each other 18 times. Bulldogs hold a 14-4 mark. Last time they played, 2020-2021 season, Bluffton got the win, 21-28 over the Bulldogs.
This rivalry is kind of insane, to be honest. It's very, they hash out a lot against each other, I feel like. And
After the play was
Bluffton
over,
is
unsportsmanlike conduct.
getting the penalty
Return team
call
number
here.
2. 15-yard penalty.
And the penalty is
First down.
an unsportsmanlike conduct on number 22 for Bluffton. There's two number 2s on the roster. It's either Jeremy Locklear or Darius Daniels.
As I was back to saying, Bluffton down 14-4 in the series, but Adrian just cooking them on all cylinders, 41-7, 34-7, 20-0, 17-6 a little bit closer back in 2006, but Bluffton with the win 28-21 a couple of years ago. Was that COVID, I believe that was? Or am I misspoken? I'm not sure. 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
I think it was around that COVID period time, so maybe that had an
Maybe
impact.
the fall of 2020, or I don't know. I don't remember. Bulldog helmet goes flying though on the carry for the Bluffton tailback. I think that's Stoner again. Getting the bulk of the carries, the big back. 6'1", 212 out of Bell Center, Ohio. 2nd and 5. Bluffton goes from their own 30. It's a run for Stoner. Andrew Newmer in the backfield to greet him. Bulldogs bring that run blitz, and number 44 gets home for a tackle for loss.
Beautiful tackle. Way to get through the defensive or the offensive line there to get to the running back to drop for a little bit of a loss. Now it brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 rather, for the Beavers.
4 receivers split out. Bulldogs show 3 linemen. They're all standing up in a 2-point stance. Ryan takes the snap. Bulldogs force him out, rolling to the right. Throws back across his body, incomplete. Going for Stoner. His running back hit him in the knee, kind of thrown behind him. And Bluffton will punt here on a 4th down and 8 from their 27-yard line. 5 minutes to go before halftime.
That was a good attempt by Bluffton. I mean, it's just unfortunate for them that they are coming off the field 3 and outs multiple times right now. Adrian College is dominating on all cylinders right now, 11 first downs, doing great in the rushing aspect. Their 3rd down efficiency is at 50%. Bluffton 2 of 8, now probably 2 of 9 now.
Baumgartner with this punt, sort of a knuckleballer. Kenny has trouble. He picks it up though from his own 30. Space up the middle. Kenny Kiawah breaks to the outside to the 50, to the Bluffton 45, to the 40. Can the kicker force him out? And he will. As Baumgartner might have saved a touchdown. Kenny Kiawah, what a return by him.
And Baumgartner forces him out of
About a
bounds.
40-yard run back for number 4. Bulldogs set up prime position.
Kiawah is having himself a day already. It's not even the end of the first half yet. Kenny is firing on all cylinders, and he's making those legs work as that graduate senior.
Bring up a Bulldog 1st and 10 on the Beaver 30.
Is that a hawk?
I believe that, yeah, we just had a hawk fly over us here up in the press box.
On top of the press box.
On top of the press box, yeah. You guys don't understand, we are on top of the press
That
box.
thing almost picked me up.
Yeah.
That takes a lot. Pick me up.
That's funny to say, yeah. I mean,
Ball at the Bluffton 30. It could pick you up with one talon, Brett, and just carry you into a tree.
yeah, carry me into a
Me and have
tree.
to bring its friends. Aaron Jenkins steps in, looking for the deep ball. It's a throw that didn't quite get there. Sort of a duck for Mr. Jenkins. He
Sort of
was
like the hawk.
I know. I wanted to go with the waterfowl analogy. He was looking for number 15 in black and gold, Andrew Thomas, the freshman from the Bronx, New York. A lot of diversity on this Bulldog football team. Jenkins coming in from Alfred State out there in New England from New York.
It's a long way.
It is.
Wonder how he found Adrian College. Coach Deere must have been just out there one day and he just found him.
That's right. Here's Jimmy Clark. Bounces this outside, cuts back middle. Clark to the 25, keeps his legs moving inside the 25. Maybe the hockey team ran into him while they were there in March for the Frozen Four, and a little bit of stuff after the play.
No flags though, no unsportsmanlike conduct penalties being called right at this moment. But Jimmy Clark just got shoved to the ground by a Beaver player. That just shows you that. I wonder if Bluffton's a little salty, had a little salt in the wounds from these past games that they've played.
Could be, maybe. I mean, penalties after the play are all mental. They're all mental. Under 4 to go in this half. 24-3 Bulldog lead. Bluffton showing pressure. Bulldogs run into it. Stephen Moses to the 20. Cuts outside. Stephen Moses. Touchdown AC. It's all Bulldogs in the first half. Running off left tackle. Stephen Moses scores.
Adrian College firing, like I'm saying, firing on all cylinders. They're almost matching the score they had last week against Hanover College already in the first half against the Beavers here. We did see a good opening first quarter. An interception on one side, an interception on the other. It's going to be, I thought this game was going to be a lot better, but Adrian College is just prevailing. They're playing a lot better, a lot more strategic than the Beavers.
Got to give love to the offensive line. Left tackle Nathan Bennett, Jack Cecila, the left guard, and Matt Pillow. Snap, hold, kick, all look good, and that's because they are. Walker Evans splits the uprights. Bulldogs 31, Beavers 3. Under 4 to go in the first half. We'll be back at 30 on the Adrian College Sports Network. Time in this game. This one from 23 yards out. Short drive for the Bulldog offense, set up by the Kiawah. Massive punt return. 31-3 visiting Bulldogs here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wentz, Brett Carlisle with you up on top of the booth here in Bluffton, Ohio.
It's good to see the student section of Bluffton still having fun down there, though.
Absolutely. Kickoff by Evans, sends this one high into the air. Fielded at the Bluffton 15 to the 20. 25, looking for blocks to the 30, near the 35. That's where the Beavers will start. 1st and 10, and they're going to need some offense here in the end of the second quarter. Adrian will get the ball to start the third.
Beaver, first down on the 35-yard line.
Adrian College up 31-3 for those who are listening here on ACTV. It has been all Bulldogs here in this second quarter, and they've overcome their 14 points they scored in the first half and scored 17 here, first quarter, and 17 here in the second.
Beaver first down at the 35. 3:38 to go in this half. Blake Ryan pitches out to Stoner. He's been the only source of offense for the Bluffton Beavers thus far, as Stoner picks up 5 on a first down pitch.
Stoner with a carry, pick up a 5 on the play, bring up Beavers, 2nd down and 5.
Be sure to tune in for the halftime show, wherever you're listening or tuned in to Bulldog football. Look at some scores around football here. It's a college football Saturday. A ball's on the ground, and Adrian's got it. Or they call it an incomplete pass. It was a forward pass. The officials say an incompletion, as Adrian thought they had another turnover. And Coach Mathis, the defensive coordinator, is hungry down there for more. That's the correct call. A little shovel pass was mishandled by the Bluffton receiver of 3rd and 5 with 3:01 to go in the half.
It's unfortunate we don't have instant replay, though, as that looked like he could have controlled possession of that, and it would have been a fumble, but probably the right call.
Ball on the right hash at the 40. Andrew Newmer comes on the blitz. Bluffton picks it up. No, it's intercepted. Wade Ashman at the 45-40. 30 to the 25, and a pick for Wade Ashman. He had one last week. He gets another one here in Bluffton. Bulldog defense, they get one right back.
Blake Ryan having a tough time out there. That's great for the Adrian College defense, but unfortunate for the Beavers offense. And now Adrian College already back in scoring territory. They're right near the 25-yard line.
Wade Ashman, sort of an undersized linebacker for Coach Deere, Coach Mathis, and the Bulldog offense. 5'10", $195, but he's a difference maker. He'll hit you, and he'll pick you off, too.
I just have no idea where Blake Ryan was really even remotely throwing that to. I was kind of confused by his choice there, but under 3 minutes to go. We'll see if Adrian can put another 6 up on the board. Few whistles.
Bulldog offense out there. I think we have a new quarterback. Jack Kiawah in the game for Adrian. Throws to the middle to his brother. Touchdown AC! The Kiawah connection.
What did I tell you
Bulldogs
earlier?
got 6.
Except I thought he was going to come in late in the second half, but he comes here in late in the first half and throws a touchdown pass to his brother. What a great connection. That's brother and brother connection there to get 6.
Brotherly love from the Kiawahs. What a strike from Jack to Kenny. 37-3 Bulldogs here in the first half.
Kenny Kiawah.
He's just getting open.
He is, and I want him on my fantasy team. Kenny Kiawah, you probably got 35-plus points on a fantasy landscape right now.
Now Kenny's out there to hold for the extra point. Walker Evans bangs it through. All Adrian in the first half here. 38-3. We'll take a 30-second break. Bluffton ball when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network. "24-yard touchdown pass from Jack to Kenny Kiawah." The most recent Adrian College touchdown. 2:49 to go in this half. Ian Wentz, Brett Carlisle with you here from Bluffton, Ohio. Their home opener, and Bluffton getting a taste of the MIAA as they took on Albion last week, a 51-2 loss. And here in the first half, not much better, 38-3. Walker Evans will kick off. And this one's going out of bounds. You don't want to be hypercritical, but that's the second one of those for Walker here in this game. We have some out-of-town scores, Brett, we can give the people. I know you were looking at some.
Out-of-town scores, we're looking at D1 football. We're going to take a look at a couple scores that are live right now. And almost the end of the fourth quarter, Penn State up on Auburn. Dramatic fashion, 41-12 down in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Alabama squashing UL Monroe 63-7. Liberty and Wake Forest is a tight game here early in the third quarter, 20-15 for the Demon Deacons on top of the Flames. Pine Bluff and Oklahoma State have just started, I believe, or is it a tie 0-0 game? Oh, they're just starting. Missouri and Arkansas are just starting as well. Oregon beat BYU 41-20, and Michigan was on top of UConn 59-0 today.
And the first down rush for the Bluffton tailback, a new one in there.
2 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
Grab the number. Looked like Malik Tucker on that rush. 2:20 to go in this half. Quick pass over the middle, caught First down, Bluffton to the 50, 45, 40. Receiver dragging Bulldogs down near the 36-yard line. Big time reception. Ethan Behringer, the junior receiver from Findlay, Ohio, caught that slant pattern and took it. 2:05 to go in this half. Beavers quickly to the line. Ryan throws it out to the edge, and it's tipped and incomplete as Tucker bounced it up in the air as Kwiatkowski was lurking here for that safety spot. He had the first interception on the first play of this football game. Almost had one there. 2nd and 10 from the Bulldog, 36, under 2 to go.
This is kind of insane. Bluffton with a nice long play, but now they're faced with a 2nd and 10. They got to find something that works for them if they want to put more points up on the board before this half ends.
And the Bulldogs move. I don't think he went across the line though. The Bluffton offensive lineman moved. We'll check the call. Either way.
Offside. Defense.
They call offside
5 yards.
on Adrian's 97. Carter Sidlowski, 6'3" freshman. That's been a problem, not just for him, but for the Bulldog defensive line this evening. Makes it a 2nd and 5 from the Adrian 31. Ryan in the offense. Trying to get some points before half. Here's a turn, a fake run. Throwing it back to his tailback, and it's caught to 15. 10 cuts back, touchdown Beavers. Little throwback to Malik Tucker. And the first touchdown here at home for Bluffton. 26-yard wheel route to the tailback.
No play action, wheel route to the left side. He had plenty of other players wide open on the right side, so if that didn't work for Malik Tucker, he had plenty of room, plenty of turf in front of him on 2 more players on the right side. So I think no matter what, it was going to be a touchdown.
Sam Madrid got over in coverage just a little too late. Backside contained, not quite there for the Bulldog defenders. As Baumgartner on for the PAT. That's good. First Bulldog touchdown given up in 5+ quarters. It's now 38-10 Adrian. Get the football back in 30 seconds here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ball here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian West, Brett Carlisle with you from beautiful Bluffton, Ohio. 38-10 now our score on a 31-yard touchdown pass from Blake Ryan to Malik Tucker on a nifty little play. Little wheel route out of the backfield. And the Beavers to kick off with 1:50 to go in the first half. Baumgartner, a low line drive toward the sideline, and that one goes out of bounds too. Brett, there's hardly any wind, and that's the 3rd kick we've seen go out of bounds.
It's very strange to me. I mean, we have a wind to our back, but
Not hardly at all.
hardly at all. I mean, if there's any wind at all, it would blow it to, I believe that is the east side, so it would blow it east. And honestly, I believe that's how many? 3 or 4, and Adrian's done.
Walker has 2 of them. There's one for Baumgartner. So it's an Adrian football, 1st and 10 at the 35. We may have seen the last of Aaron Jenkins as Jack Kiawah back in at quarterback. Number 16 for the black and gold. A sophomore, stands at 6 foot, $170 for Jack. 4 receivers out for the offense. It's going to be a run for Jimmy Clark. Guts to the outside, 35-40. Clark to the 45, near midfield. A first down run on the first down carry for number 20. He's got 13 on that rush.
And that was an easy carry for Jimmy Clark to get into the secondary, and there was nothing but green turf in front of him.
First and 10, Bulldogs to the line quickly, running that no-huddle offense. Kiawah looking middle for his brother, and he slid it in there. Did Kenny catch that ball? No, he did not. Say all the officials. Low throw from Jack. Kenny was open over the middle. Would have been a 15-yard reception. Gives us a second down. All teams with 3 timeouts.
Pass ball's incomplete. Bring up second down and
88
10 for the
seconds to
Bulldogs.
go before halftime. From the Adrian College 48, 4 receivers out, 2 to a side. Jimmy Clark at tailback still. Jack Kiawah takes the snap from Matt Pillow. Jack rolls right. Looking, throwing, caught by Cole Sesslar. Give him about 7 to the 45 of Bluffton. They move it back now to the 46.
Tackle by Carl Foster.
Third down and 4. 69 seconds to go before
Bring
halftime.
up 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs.
We'll hear the Bluffton fans here trying to get behind their defense, and Coach Deere wants a timeout prior to the 3rd down and 4.
First of the half.
So be sure to stick with us for the halftime show. We'll look at some stats from the first half. Look forward to the second half of play here. Give you some out-of-town scores. I'll check in on the MIAA. Quite a few schools in action. A couple of them started earlier today. Those are finished. There was a noon window, a 3 o'clock window, and a 6 o'clock window for the MIAA. So we'll get you updated on that. Look at some scores from around the country. Some of our statistical leaders for this first half. And a preview of the second. Adrian with the football. 1 minute to go before halftime. 38-10. Bulldogs in front. Jalen Minnie and Kenny Kiawah lined up to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Jack to throw to the outside. It's low and incomplete. Going for Jalen Minnie. Skipped it in there. That's 2 low throws from Jack, and we'll see the Adrian College punt team for the first time here tonight.
Pass ball's incomplete.
And Brett, I know you haven't had a chance to watch a lot of Bulldog football. Sammy LaFada kicks left-footed. He's got a cannon strapped to his left thigh.
That
is
Not to put any pressure on the young man, but he can get it done.
I'm about to see what's about to go down here if you're actually correct. And it
snap
reigns
back
to be
to
true.
A knuckleball. It's going to land inside the 20-yard line. Roll down to the 15, 14, 13, and stop at the 12.5-yard line. So LaFada with a punt inside the 20. Bluffton with 43 seconds left in all 3 timeouts.
Down by number 44.
It's going to be a lot of hustle up that Bluffton has been doing. 43 seconds left in this first half. 38-10 our score. Adrian, it's been all Adrian. Besides that 1 touchdown that Bluffton just scored on their last drive with Malik Tucker.
And he is the tailback. Lining up behind the QB, Blake Ryan. 2 receivers out wide right, far side, 1 to the left. And it's a run to Tucker. Shea LaRue forces him out to the edge, grabs his uniform and throws him down. Gain of about 1.5 yards. And that might be the final play of the first half. So we are under 30 seconds. The play clock hasn't even started. Both teams standing around like Brett and I are doing up here on top of the booth.
Got to stretch a little bit and been standing too long.
I'll have to work on getting some seating arrangements for the second half. And what a first half it's been for the Adrian College Bulldogs. They will go to the locker room ahead 38-10 here in Bluffton, Ohio, the home opener for the Beavers. But it's been all Bulldogs for the first 30 minutes. A 38-10 score here at halftime. We'll take a 30-second break, then your halftime report right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. here in Bluffton, and absolutely, it's just another aspect of Division III athletics. You know, you go to Division I, you have a school like Michigan, you have the Big House, you have Penn State, Happy Valley, Michigan State, Spartan Stadium. It's a bit of a difference between Division I and Division III. Not every Division III school has that ability to light up your field, and it's certainly done through donations and support from alumni. So to see the growth of a Division III facility is nice to see as travel the country covering Bulldog football.
These lights are quite beautiful, Ian, to be honest. I mean, they're LED, very bright lights as well as shining down on the field. And so not like the original yellow light that you see on the football field. Instead, it's going to be white light all the way here inside Beaver Stadium and Alumni Field on Bluffton University's beautiful campus.
So let's go through the scoring that got us to a 38-10 score. It was Jimmy Clark on a 20-yard touchdown run at 10:37 of the first quarter. Kick was good by Walker Evans. Bluffton would respond a 30-yard field goal from Jake Baumgartner at 4:44 in the first quarter. Then, next drive, Aaron Jenkins, a 25-yard touchdown run for the Walker Evans. Kick was good, 14-3 Bulldogs near the end of the first. 11:32 left in the second quarter. Walker Evans would hit from 23 yards out, a 6-play, 46-yard drive. Adrian would score again. Stephen Moses, a 3-yard touchdown run, 7 plays, 65 yards at 6:05 of the second to make it 24-3. Adrian and Stephen Moses would score again, a 3-play drive, 30 yards. A Walker Evans extra point made it 31-3. Kenny Kiawah finding the pass from his brother, Jack Kiawah, from 24 yards away. Walker Evans made the kick, and it was 38-3 with 2:49. Bluffton would score their only touchdown with 1:50 left in the half, with Malik Tucker collecting a 31-yard pass from Blake Ryan. The Jake Baumgartner kick was good. 38-10 our score. Adrian dominating statistically. 14 first downs to 8 for Bluffton. Beavers are 2 of 9 on third down. Adrian 3 of 6. Adrian almost 300 yards of offense. 295 to Bluffton's 130. Bulldogs averaging 9.2 yards per play. And the defense doing their thing as well. 2 interceptions, one by Brandon Kwiatkowski on the opening play, and one by Wade Ashman later on in the half. So we've seen the backup quarterback check in with Jack Kiawah. So Aaron Jenkins' night might be done. Looking to see what Jack can do for the second half.
And Aaron Jenkins giving him a little bit of highlight as we're getting ready to near kickoff here in the second half. Jenkins using his legs. I've never seen a more versatile QB. As anybody remembers, Jack Werzer wasn't really a QB that scrambled a lot, and when he did it well. But
he did it to throw mainly, right?
Yeah, he did it to throw. Sometimes he broke free and ran it on his own, but Aaron Jenkins using the legs like a running back out there. He's basically a spread QB as they use him on QB draws, and everywhere on the field he is today.
Baumgartner to kick this one off. Adrian return man up over the 30 to the 35-yard line. That's the freshman receiver. Coach Steele likes him returning kicks. Shenard Foster, wide receiver, 5'6" from Detroit, brings it up near the 35. And we'll see this Bulldog offense get to work here to start this third quarter, up 38-10 over the hometown Beavers.
We're going to see what Adrian College's offense can do here. I believe they're going to stick with, Jack Kiawah is still in at QB. Being up 4 scores, smart by Coach Deere to just stick with his backup QB. We're going to see what Adrian College can produce, though. We still got quite a few starters in there, though.
Kiawah fakes the run. Waiting, rolls to the left. Jack rolls, throws across his body, and it's off the hands of Jalen Miney. 6'1" receiver from Columbus couldn't hold on. Jack scrambles out, found a receiver, and a very difficult catch it would have been for the young receiver, the freshman. 2nd and 10, they go from the 35-yard line. There's a new left tackle I see in the ball game. That's number 74 for Adrian. It's Nathan Bennett. Excuse me, he did start. Kiawah fakes, throws to the tight end. Poyer almost with a one-handed catch, and it's incomplete. So 2 passing plays to start the Adrian College drive. Now it's a third down and 10 for Kiawah and the Adrian offense. Looks like the starters are all in the ball game except for Aaron Jenkins, the quarterback.
Kiawah's just got to slow down a little bit. I think he rushed that pass a little too quickly. He needs to let his tight end get out there, make the route possible for him to make a play.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Kiawah throws middle. It's caught by his brother Kenny. First down, Bulldogs in Bluffton territory at the 43-yard line. Kenny's been open in that area between the safeties behind the linebackers, pretty much at will against the Beaver defense.
It doesn't look like the Beavers really discussed that in halftime, as Kenny, again, breaking through, like you said, behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, finding the hole once again. Kenny Kiawah having a wonderful night.
Those two have probably ran that play about 7,000 times. Here's a run for Stephen Moses. The left tackle goes the big Bulldog back to the 35 of Bluffton. And in on the tackle looked to be Devon Hedwood, the senior defensive back from Westland, Michigan, 5'11" senior. Brings us to a 2nd and 3 from the Bluffton 35. Moses with 10 carries, 68 yards.
Looking at Kenny Kiawah, I believe he's around the 3 or 4 reception mark, and he's close to 100 yards of receiving. He's got a touchdown, so he's having a really good night for him here inside Beavers' home turf.
13.5 to go in this quarter. Kiawah throws to the outside and off the mark. Jack had Minnie, open in the flat to the left. Little off target, incomplete, brings us to a 3rd and 3 for the Adrian offense. They just converted a 3rd and 10. A long pass to Kenny Kiawah. Clock stops, 13:24 in the 3rd quarter. Adrian opening possession of it, 38-10, they lead. 1 receiver out wide to the left, that's Minnie. 3 tight to the right. Moses in at tailback. It's going to be a pitch to Steven. Towards the sideline, 1st down, Adrian inside the 30. Big side of that offensive line, 68, throwing some blocks for AC.
That'll bring up another Bulldog 1st down.
6'1" senior from Milford, creating some space for Moses.
Moses, so much speed and such a big body as well. I'd be scared if he came at me, honestly.
Me too. He's got a low center of gravity too, so you can't really meet him head on with effectiveness. Kiawah will hand off to Jimmy Clark. He has scored a touchdown today. He'll squirm ahead for 3 yards to the Bluffton 26. Under 13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Adrian up 38-10 here in their 2nd road contest, the 2nd time in the state of Ohio. Through 3 weeks of the season.
They'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Next week, it's homecoming at Docking Stadium as they welcome in the Finlandia Lions. 3 o'clock kickoff from Docking Stadium.
Usually Adrian's making the trip up to Finlandia, but this time Finlandia's coming down, and it's a good matchup for Adrian for their homecoming as well. Do you know who's going to be on color with you?
Should be Aaron Klotz.
Aaron Klotz?
He was on the last home broadcast as a run for Clark. Gives the AC offense about 5 yards, brings us a 3rd and short.
Clark, the ball carrier.
Jimmy Clark on the day. One of the featured tailbacks for this Harry Bailey offense. So we're looking at a 3rd down and 2. From the 21, under 12 to go. Beavers move and the Bulldogs move as well. We'll check this pre-snap penalty, since we had quite a few in the 1st quarter. Very quiet 2nd quarter, and the indication is false start against the Adrian offense.
Number 68, 5 yards, 3rd down.
That's on left tackle. Landon Banks, 6 foot 345 from Detroit is the freshman. So it makes it a 3rd down and 7. Jack Kiawah in at quarterback. He sends his 4 receivers out, 2 left, 2 right. Jimmy Clark, his running back, in the backfield with him from the shotgun. It's a run to Clark. Left side, cuts up middle, 20-yard line, dives forward. I think he got it. He did. 8 yards for Jimmy Clark and a Bulldog first down. Left side of the line doing work there. Nathan Bennett opening up a lane, and Beaver is down at the 20.
You know, Ian, that was a great run by Jimmy Clark, and he pushed his way through that middle line there and secured the first down, getting across the 20-yard line.
And that's something that Adrian will have to utilize in conference play. You know, last year, as the Bluffton defender gets up, they're not a passing team only on 3rd and long. They have the ability to run the football because they know they can pick up yardage and put them in a 4th down situation potentially where they could then go for it. It just adds something different to scheme against if you're going up against the AC offense. The 8-yard run for Jimmy Clark gives Adrian a 1st and 10. Mark it at the Bluffton 18 with 11 minutes and counting in our 3rd quarter. Jack Kiawah in at QB. It's a fake to Clark. Throwing a back shoulder ball. It goes up and nearly a one-handed grab as Bulldog receiver down there.
The go pass is incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Couldn't grab the number on that. Bulldog receiver. I think it was Darius Nichols, number 13. 6'6" freshman from Brooklyn. Brett, it looks like Aaron Jenkins brought some New York kids with him to Adrian College.
Yeah, and
big, tall receivers.
Beneficial for Adrian. They need the height out there. I know Kenny Kiawah is a great receiver, but he is a little small on the smaller side.
Here's a rollout for Jack Kiawah, thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted by the Bluffton defensive back. That's number 3. He's been there a couple times. Carl Foster, 5'11" junior from Detroit.
That was close. Jack Kiawah's got to be careful of that. I know he was trying to hit his brother on that, but in that sense of play, you might as well just throw it away out of bounds, as it almost resulted in a Beaver interception, and that could have gone terribly for the Bulldog offense.
Opening drive of this the second half. 3rd and 10. They've converted on 2 straight 3rd downs. Kiawah in the gun, takes the snap. 4 receivers in the pattern. Looking middle. Jack's gonna run. He's near a 1st down. He dives towards it. It'll depend on the spot. He's down near the 9 or 8 yard line. It looks like he needed the 8, and he might be a half yard short.
I'm gonna say
decision time for Coach Deere and Bailey, and we see 24 come out.
Yeah, we see Moses coming out, and I think this is gonna be a quick snap up the middle. Moses is gonna try to push his way through.
Oh, let's go Bluffton fans, make a whole bunch of noise.
10 to go in the 3rd. Here come the Beaver faithful, getting loud for their defense. Jack in the shotgun. It's a give to Moses. He's got it. 1st down and more inside the 5. Moses diving, lunging, twisting, turning. He's brought down inside the 5 to the 2 for the Adrian College 1st down. This AC offensive line eating good tonight.
Moses with the carry. They bring up Bulldog 1st and 2, 1st and goal.
Matt Pillow out there, and big number 65, the freshman number 60, Landon Banks, providing power. Jack Cecilla.
All right, Bluffton fans, make a whole bunch more noise.
1st and goal at the 2. Steven Moses powers his way in. Touchdown Bulldogs. How about that for Mr. Moses? He finds pay dirt yet again right behind Matt Pillow.
And
touchdown
Adrian College again responds to a long drive, nonetheless, to say the least. That was quite the drive, over 5 minutes, almost 5.5 minutes long. Seemed like it took a lot longer than 5.5 minutes, though.
It did. A couple of 3rd down conversions, a 4th down conversion. Here's Walker Evans to attempt the point after. Snap is high. Kenny Kiawah corrals it, and Walker Evans puts it through. It's now Adrian College 45, Bluffton University 10. We'll pause 30 seconds. Bluffton ball when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network. College Sports Network. However you may be listening here tonight, we do appreciate it. Live from Bluffton, Ohio. About 90 minutes in the car south of Adrian. The home opener for the Beavers, and it's not been one the home fans wanted, as Adrian College is all over Bluffton here, 52-10. Walker Evans with this kick. It's going to be fielded and goes out of bounds off the hands, and there's a flag off of that play. We'll get that explanation. You got a quick score update from Washington, where the Spartans are having trouble early in that first quarter.
Yeah, about 8:35, Washington's got the ball. Michigan State down 7-0 for you Sparty fans out there listening. Peyton Thorne is struggling out there with only 13 yards, but he is 2 for 2, and so not struggling too terrible, only 13 yards. And also, but he's gotten sacked once, so Washington really prevailing early. Still a long game ahead, though.
First down.
Yes, Vegas likes Washington in that matchup. A very interesting number there for you bettors out there. The flag was initially for a kick out of bounds, but the officials talked about it and said the return man touched the ball on the field of play. So the ball goes where he touched it, where it went out of bounds. That's the Beaver 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Ryan and the offense as Sam Madrid meets the tailback in the hole. Not before he picked up 4 yards. As 22 out there for Bluffton with the carry. That is Tucker. Malik Tucker had some success last week against Albion, even though the score was, again, not in their favor. MIAA doing well today. Just Hope College losing earlier today. Here's a run. Tucker again, and tackled from behind by Adrian's number 90 on that defensive front. Domenico Tejada, the freshman from Allendale, Michigan. 3rd and 4 for the Bluffton offense. On the right hash mark, Ryan sets his receivers up, 4 out in the pattern, 2 to a side. Tucker, the running back, they motion him out into the flat left side. Looks that way, LaRue comes in, and a bullet out to the left. The catch is made for a Beaver first down. Making that catch, Deshaun Bonte, 6'5" junior from Ohio, from the Canal Winchester area. Beavers first down. Moving here, 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Andrew Newmer showing some Bulldog pressure. He comes on a blitz, pass over the middle, too hot to handle. Incomplete on that attempt.
Pass was intended for number 5, I believe, on Bluffton. Number 6, I'm sorry. That is Nigel Payne. He just trotted off the field for the Beavers.
Just 7 first downs for the Bluffton offense. Adrian with 24, 16 of them via rushing, just 4 through the air. 2nd and 10 for Bluffton. It's a run. Tucker meets Shea LaRue, and he throws him down at the 30-yard line, as LaRue is having himself an evening to remember here in Ohio.
That was a really nice pickup by Jim Deere, the head coach for Adrian College. Shea LaRue, freshman, and he's having himself a night here as that edge rusher for Adrian.
6'4", 260, a freshman from right here in Ohio, from Norwalk, Ohio. 3rd and 13, 1:44 left in the third. Bulldogs lead at 52-10. Adrian shows 3 down linemen. They rush. Ryan going deep. He's looking for his man. Incomplete, and a flag thrown in.
Flag on the play.
And the Bluffton fans love that, as Tyrell Diener never turned around really to look for the football. And that'll be a 15-yard walk-off and a Bluffton first down. Their 2nd first down via penalty in this contest.
And you know, that's one of those plays where it could have gone either way. It could have been a pass interference, or it could have not been a pass interference. It was good defense, but the pass was just a little out in front of the receiver. But they're going to call a nice PI against Adrian College, and up 52-10 doesn't really hurt you too bad.
Diener was the guilty party. One of those physical corners for Coach Mathis, the defensive coordinator. Adrian shows 4 down linemen. Bluffton with 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. A tight end and a running back. It's a flip play to the wide receiver. Takes it out to the 50, near the 45, and an 11-yard run for a Bluffton University first down. It was Cale Lee, the senior receiver from Spencerville, Ohio. I believe they'll call that a reception for a first down.
Yeah, it was a little flip play right in front of the quarterback, and it was kind of a trick play as well, and it was pretty good by Bluffton. They're showing a few cards.
1st and 10, Tucker in the flat. As Jimmery Cannon lowers his shoulder and sends him out of bounds. That's near another Beaver first down. They will move the chains inside the Bulldog 35-yard line.
Tucker up the sideline for another Beaver
65
first
seconds
down.
left. Tucker with an 11-yard reception. Bluffton using tempo here. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Tucker, the running back, with Blake Ryan at quarterback. Adrian rushing 4, setting up a middle screen. It's caught at the 35, and Kyle Minder meets the running back there. Just a 3-yard play. Little inside screen action for the Beaver offense as they work left to right. 35 seconds left here in this third quarter. They will have to run at least one more play, looking at the play clock and the game clock. Back to the line, quickly they go. 2nd and 7 from the Adrian 31. It's a run to Tucker. LaRue missed the tackle, but Minder goes up and forces the running back down, but he stumbles ahead for a good gain of 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 1. Time running out in our third quarter. Will they get enough to play off before the quarter ends? No, they will not. So we'll start the 4th with a 3rd and 1 on the Adrian College 25-yard line. Bluffton football, but it's been all Bulldogs here tonight. 52-10 after 3 quarters here on the Adrian College Sports Network. It's okay, there's time. We have time. That's fine. We're not favored to win, Laura. We're a 3-point underdog. It's a comeback story for Michigan State. We'll see what Mel Tucker and company can do on the West Coast, but here in America's Heartland crossover game. It's actually the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference and the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association crossover weekend here. MIAA doing well, except for Hope. Flying Dutchman fall today. 3rd and 1 from the 25 for Bluffton from the Adrian 25. Dogs showing pressure up the middle. It's going to be a run for Stoner. He's going to get it. 2nd effort. 1st down for the Beavers. We take the next Adrian possession. So 1st down Bluffton from the 23. Back to the line. 2 receivers bunched up right and left. Ryan throws to the outside, caught, makes a move, about 5-6 yards on that Bluffton reception to number 8 out there, Deshaun Bonte, junior receiver.
Bonte with the reception.
2nd and 3 now. Bluffton in the red zone. 14.5 to go here in the 4th. A 2nd and 3 from the Dogs.
2nd down and 3 on the 16.
Bluffton making a chance here. They're coming in with some vengeance. They want to score a few more points up on the board before the end of this game.
And Ryan on the quarterback keeper. He gets dragged down by Wade's Ashman. The undersized, speedy linebacker for Coach Jim Deere and Coach Mathis running the defense here. He does have an interception today. He and Mr. Kwiatkowski have an INT for the AC defense. It's a 3rd and 3 now. Clock rolling, 13:45 to go in this contest. Ryan in the shotgun. Has Tucker with him, his running back. He has 3 receivers right. He's looking middle. Throws, caught, touchdown, Bluffton. The tight end with the reception. That's number 24 in purple. Joseph Taviano, the sophomore from Lima, scores. And Bluffton has 2 touchdowns and a field goal tonight, making the score 52-16. Extra point coming up.
That was a good play by Bluffton. That was a good drive as well for them. Spark a little bit just to get some offense going. I mean, 13 minutes left. I mean, I'm not going to say that any team can't come back from that, but it's looking a little devastating for them right now as they have trouble with the snap.
There's issues in the ball on the turf. Will not matter. Issues with the snap. And with 13:31 to go in the 4th quarter, it's all Adrian College. They'll get the football on the Bluffton kickoff. 52-16 our score. We'll be back in 30 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Welcome back inside Alumni Stadium. Ian and I are going to trade off a little bit here. I'm going to do the play-by-play here for this next Adrian College drive. As Bluffton is down 52-16, they had trouble with the snap for the extra point, and that is why their score remains 16 on the field. I'm Brett Carlisle. Next to me, Ian Wendt. Bluffton getting ready for the kickoff, and Adrian College back to receive. We've had some trouble, though, on the kickoffs, though, tonight, as we've had quite a few go right out of bounds. Moses just takes a knee, and will be brought out to the 25-yard line for Adrian College to start their next drive. 13:31 left in the 4th quarter. Ian, we've had Adrian College has been all over the place.
Yeah, they have, and just an offense that had a little trouble in the very early going. A lot of penalties, some pre-snap issues, but Aaron Jenkins and company got comfortable. They were able to open up the field. It's nice to have Stephen Moses running the football. He's been great tonight, and the offensive line, give them a lot of credit as they've put forth a very quality effort for this offensive coaching staff.
We have a new quarterback in for Adrian. I believe that is Taj Williams. Number 10 is out there taking some snaps, and he's going to take a QB draw play, and he's going to get upfield. Get up there for about 9 yards, just short of the first down marker. It's going to be 2nd and 1, Adrian College out to the Bluffton 30, or to their own 34-yard line.
With the keeper on the play. Pick up a
5'9", 245 runs the freshman from Southfield. Not quite as big as Aaron Jenkins, but you see on that first play, likes to run the ball.
And a handoff here going upfield. That's number 34, Shenard Foster, the quickster. We mentioned earlier he's also a wide receiver. He's very small to be a wide receiver, though, but he's got the speed and the agility. I wouldn't be surprised if they knocked him into a running back position the next year.
I'm trying to make an NFL comparison, just the way they get him the football. It's like a Cordero Patterson type receiver. Patterson's a bigger guy, but Foster's a guy they just want to get the ball in his hands any way they can.
A run here for Adrian on a first down. Looks like he's only going to pick up about 1 yard. I can't quite make out the number before a couple Bluffton players got on top of him. So that is number 28 on Adrian. That's Salvatore Patino. He got a touchdown earlier in the game in the 3rd quarter. His first of the 2022 season. He's a senior from Pinckney, Michigan. 5'10", 200 even as Taj Williams lines up in the backfield in the shotgun, takes the snap, he's back, drop to pass. A deep pass going downfield, and it's incomplete. No flags as number 4 may have gotten away with a hold. That is Devon Hedwood with the good defense. But like I said, may have gotten away with a holding or pass interference call.
Yeah, and that was Williams looking for the man of the lucky reception earlier, Ben Kulowski. Just a little too far out in front. Brings us to 3rd down and long. I like that play call by Coach Bailey to let the young quarterback air it out a little bit.
3rd and 8 from the 37. Williams takes a snap, pitches it out. Upfield, here we go. Out of bounds. That's 34 again. Foster out there getting upfield. First down for Adrian across midfield into Beaver territory.
I mean, he's just so quick. You just ran the ball on a 3rd and 8. A little sweet play to your running back.
First down and 10.
Just the sheer speed. I mean, he's been out there with the first team offense at times, running that slot receiver, speedster type guy. I could see his role evolving as we move through the season.
Number 10 back in the pistol. Hands off to Foster. Foster, and a couple cuts up the middle off the tackles. Gonna gain about 7 yards on the play to the 40-yard line of Bluffton.
Foster, the ball carrier.
Adrian just chewing the clock now as they are up about 4 scores on the Beavers. 52-16 our score with 10:55 to go left in the second half. 2nd down and 3, Adrian College. Williams takes the snap. Getting pressured, but dumps it off to his receiver. That's number 18, Jacob Conklin, and Conklin gets far downfield. First down and a heck of a lot more for Conklin. Down to about the Bluffton 13-yard line.
What a smart throw by Williams. I mean, he ran that play action, and he had a Beaver right in his face, and he was able to get the pass out to his tight end. Nice concentration by the big guy, tight end, to catch that football and get some extra yardage.
That was great by Williams as he lines up now for the snap. Claps his hands. No handoff. Another same play, but this time it's on the left side, and it's number 80 on Adrian. Makes it upfield. Then Ben Koloski, who made a nice reception earlier today, and that's going to be make a 1st and goal for Adrian College inside the Bluffton 10.
Yeah, and at this point, we're just under 10 to go in this football game. You're getting practice in game situations for both Adrian and Bluffton. I don't think the coaching staff there for the Beavers is looking to leave their starters in very long, and we still have conference play to go for both teams. So
6 to go. Williams with a read option. He holds the ball and he gets in and scores. Touchdown, Adrian College. Williams comes out on his first drive and scores for the Bulldogs.
6 yards of excellence for Mr. Williams. A nice pass to get us down there. Williams does it with his legs. He says, hey, Aaron Jenkins, check this out. Young man from Churchill, Southfield, Michigan, with a nice rushing touchdown for this AC offense. Doing really good things here tonight.
It's all Bulldogs. 58-16. Kenny Kiawah awaits the snap to place for Walker Evans. The ball goes up and it's blocked. The PAT is blocked by Bluffton. Number 21 on Bluffton. He's been there all night. That's Apagai. He's been trying to get that PAT all night long, and he finally gets one.
Well, he's had plenty of chances. We'll just say that. But
at 9:32,
just some more tough film for the extra point unit. They've had some issues kicking field goals this season and some extra points, but a good drive by the 3rd stringer quarterback, Taj Williams, the freshman.
We'll be right back, though. Don't go anywhere. Adrian up 58-16, 9:32 left in the 4th quarter. I'm Brett Carlisle. Ian Lent beside me.
There you go.
Are you going to be back?
Want to try Bluffton?
I can try Bluffton. That's fine.
Okay. That was good. Was that good, Laura? How'd he do? How'd the kid do? All right, good. That's great. Come on. Yeah, I know. Especially standing next to me. Also, are we going back soon? All right.
Welcome back inside Alumni Field. Brett Carlisle alongside me, Ian Went. Ian says I'm doing good at play-by-play, so I'm going to stay on it with you guys, and he's going to stay on color as the kick away. Walker Evans, a short little kick to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be brought out by Bluffton. The Beavers get to about their own 30. That's number 6 came out, Nigel Payne. As the whistle's blowing, a little extracurricular activity going on down on the field.
Yeah, it's sort of a late whistle. They were waiting for the return man to sort of give himself up there, but that's a good result on the kickoff. And there's certainly special teams things that Coach Jim Deere wanted to look at with his staff. And he knew about them, of course, at Heidelberg with field goal issues. And an extra point issue last week against Hanover.
So, 29-yard line.
Just more things to look at as we get a lot of second teamers in there on the Bulldog defense.
Blake Ryan back now. Hikes the football and pushes upfield with his running back. I believe that is 32 on Bluffton. That is Kanan Stoner who carries the ball for the Beavers.
Domenico Tejada, the defensive tackle, sheds his block and makes a good play.
Ryan now back in the shotgun, hikes the ball, looking to pass outside to the right, and big catch complete, almost interception, but it's Andre Price Jr. who makes a nice catch, even with people coming in his peripheral vision all the way down inside Adrian territory, is at the 27 of the Bulldogs.
That's a 40-plus yard reception, and Brett, it was nearly a pick six.
Sideline warning.
And there's a
Bluffton.
flag on the play. It's just a sideline warning on the Beavers. A little too excited, but a massive pass. I believe their longest play from scrimmage here tonight.
Beautiful pass by Blake Ryan. Sets it up, 1st and 10 down on the 27-yard line. 8:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Ryan getting his call from his coaches on the sideline. Back in shotgun formation, claps his hands. And will pass again out to his receiver, number 7. That's Ethan Behringer. He's going to get close to the first down marker, maybe just a yard short, maybe half a yard, if that. The Beavers coming up with a nice drive off the 40-yard plus reception.
Blake Balliff, the freshman linebacker from Detroit, Martin Luther King, in there for Adrian College. Playing a little corner, it looks like.
Ryan now hands it off to his running back. Still in there is Stoner. Stoner pushes up the middle.
Stoner up the middle for the first down.
Bulldogs on top of him, though. But it's a first down for Bluffton. Move the chains ever so closely inside the Adrian College 20. Ryan now. A blitz shown by Adrian. They're going to be all over this play. 2 Bulldogs on the play there to capture Stoner, number 8. Wade Ashman, and number 30. That's going to be Bernard Ray Tyndall for Adrian College. Both defensive backs. They were all over that play.
Yeah, Wade Ashman, I know he's out there with the second team right now. He can be a factor in conference play. Very gritty type defender, not afraid to tackle a guy that's bigger than him.
Blake Ryan now back in shotgun still. 2nd and 19 from the 26. He drops back to pass. A deep pass heading for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown Beavers. That's number 1, Andre Price Jr. with the 40-yard reception from earlier.
That was an excellent throw by Ryan. I mean, that thing was on a dime in the left corner of the end zone. Nothing the Bulldog defender could have done on that one. Adrian pass rush almost got home, but they did not, and Bluffton scores again for their 22nd point of the night.
Bluffton with a nice few plays on that drive, a couple first downs. It looks like they're
Baumgartner back for the extra point.
starting to get a little bit better on the offense, but maybe just a little too late. As the extra point is up and through for the Beavers. They're going to be down 58-23 with 6:49 left in the fourth quarter. I'm Brett Carlisle alongside me, Ian Went. Don't go anywhere. Bulldog Drive up next.
Yep.
Good reminder, thank you.
The next break, Laura, we'll do a 60. I'm taking over, Brett. No, but
Fine.
good job.
Thanks.
That was good. You got some tape on you now. Flip it out and send it to you. 2 touchdown drives, too.
I know, right?
One for us and one for the enemy. We welcome you back to Bluffton, Ohio, here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Brett Carlisle doing a nice job on some PXP, some play-by-play.
Moses back deep for the Bulldogs.
I'm Ian Wentz, here on the Adrian
Baumgartner
College
to kick.
Sports Network. After a beautiful touchdown from Ryan to Price Jr., Bluffton trails here at home 23-58 to your Bulldogs. Here's a pooch kick. It's going to land at the 23. Stephen Moses corrals it, takes a knee. That'll move it out to, I believe, the 25-yard line. And you look at this Bluffton team. They played 2 games. They were at Kenyon, lost it 33-26, and they were at Albion, lost it 51-2. So 3 points away from their most points scored on this season, but just an Adrian College offense that's really been able to do whatever they want pretty much the entire game.
Yeah,
I think just 1 punt for AC.
Yeah, and Adrian College, like you said, they've just been doing whatever they want tonight. Now they have their 3rd string QB in at Williams, and he's been doing a great job as we have a run out to the outside now.
Have a handoff, a new tailback. Not going down without a fight as he gets escorted into the Beavers sideline. New running back out there is number 36 in black and gold, Keshawn Charlotte.
Charlotte, the ball carrier.
He's listed in your program as a linebacker, but the Clewiston, Florida graduate gets the carry.
Pick up about 1 on the play.
2nd and 9 for Williams in this Adrian College offense. So we saw Aaron Jenkins for about a quarter and a half. Kenny Kiawah getting some time, and now here's Williams with another handoff. Good little push by that AC offensive line up to the 25. And that's where the tackle is made on Salvatore Paterno. Another reminder about the MIAA scores for today as Albion big-time winners, 49-17 over Rose Holman. Olivet defeats Hanover 31-28. Kalamazoo beats Defiance 42-23. Trine over Franklin 55-21. Hope losing to Mount St. Joseph earlier today. Here's a run by Paterno. He's hitting the hole, and that'll be short of a first down. Hope losing today at Mount St. Joseph 33-28. And over in Anderson, Indiana, in the fourth quarter, Alma on top 35-7. We have a 58-23 score here in Bluffton. And decision time for Coach Jim Deere. It looks like he might be waiting for that play clock to run all the way down as we approach 5 minutes left in this football game. Standing right by the referee on that far sideline. Likely call a timeout, and we'll see Sammy LaFada, the Bulldog punter. And there's the timeout. First one used by Coach Deere in this half. We'll take a 60. We'll be back with a 4th down on the Adrian College Sports Network. 4th down to Sam Lafada. He had issues with that snap, and he gets away a punt out of that. And it's going to land at the Bluffton 40. And there was chaos in that Bulldog backfield off a timeout as Sammy Lafada bobbled it, tried to punt it, grabbed it, ran a little bit, and kicked it before he hit the line of scrimmage. We do have a flag at the Bluffton 37 after the Bulldogs touched it up there. That was a little interesting.
It was indeed. I'm surprised Sammy Lafada got that punt off like he did. We have a penalty marker out on the field here, I believe, unless they already resolved that, with 4:35 left in the 4th. Adrian just got to hold out on defense. Don't really want to have Bluffton really score anymore on you, as you've kind of secured the victory, so now you just got to hold on defense. But great numbers. I'm seeing you scroll through here. A lot of great numbers for Adrian College tonight.
And you look at some of the stat leaders throwing the football. It hasn't been a spectacular day in the air for Adrian. Jack Kiawah leading the way with 102 yards. He has the only passing touchdown.
Holding. Return team. Number 21.
And the call is against
10 yards from the
Bluffton for a
down.
hold. They'll march him back 10 yards. Aaron Jenkins only threw 6 passes, completed 3. He had 90 yards and an INT. And Taj Williams is 2 for 3 for 34 yards. Leading rusher for the Bulldogs, it's Stephen Moses, 14 carries, 90 yards. Aaron Jenkins was 7 for 66. Jimmy Clark, 8 for 57. Receiving, it's Kenny Kiawah with 3 for 82 yards, and he does have a touchdown here tonight. 1st and 10 Beavs from their 27, 4:35 to go. Quick run off the left guard. Good for 3 for the Beaver running back. Looked like 28 had that carry. Saliu Karoma,
Missed the ball carrier.
freshman from Ohio.
Pick up a 4 on the play.
Or the other 28, Braden Wilson.
Could
Couple
be
double numbers here for the Beavers.
a couple, like their whole roster is about.
There's a run up the middle, Bulldogs sniff it out and take him down with them. Short run on 2nd down gives us a 3rd and a long 6 under 4 to play.
Smith carries again. Bring up 3rd down.
That is 29, excuse me. It's Eric Smith from Northville, Ohio, the freshman, 5'9", a $185. As Bluffton will start to use some play clock here as the new quarterback checks in. It is Bobby Burke, the senior, 6'2", a $168 from Commerce, Michigan. Beavers looking at a 3rd and 6 from their own 31. Snap is back, looking sideline, throws there, caught. 1st down Bluffton. Stretching up over the 40, the Bulldog tackle there for 14, Kareem
Percy
Owens.
Thompson for a
Thompson
Beaver
with the
first
reception.
down.
That's C.J. Thompson, the freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana. Converting on that 3rd down. Leading Bulldog tackler today, it's Shayla Rue. He has 13 tackles. Here's a quick screen out there to the edge, the left side. Breaks the Bulldog tackle into Adrian territory to the 40 near the 35-yard line. And that's again C.J. Thompson. So Bluffton doing things
Percy
against the
Thompson
2nd
again
and
for
3rd
another
stringers for the
Beaver
Adrian
first
defense.
down.
Well, it's good to see Bluffton staying alive in the game, honestly. I mean, playing their hearts out. Obviously, you're down quite a few scores, but it's just making some offense work, getting your guys some good stats, and making them feel good about themselves.
Here's the snap from the shotgun. It's going to be a run. Left side meets a couple dogs there. A tackle wrapped up in the arms of big number 95, Vonnie Johnson.
Smith takes the
6'2",
handoff.
230-yarder,
on the
or
play.
200-yarder, 230-pounder, the
2nd
freshman
down
from
and
Columbus.
7.
Makes that tackle after a 3-yard gain. 2:09 to go. Be sure to tune in for the post-game show. I'll make Brett pick our player of the game. I'll give a little input. Little. Very good showing for the Adrian College starters. Bluffton showing life here in the late stages. Here's another run for Smith. The freshman plows ahead under 2 to go. Adrian next week. We'll strap them back up and go to Adrian. That's right, homecoming people. Next Saturday, 3 p.m. from Docking Stadium.
Be there or be square.
It's normally a busy time at Adrian on
Third down and
homecoming,
3
not
for the
just the
Beavers.
football game. They're normally sprinkling other sporting events throughout the day and night. So come on back to AC for a good time and some Bulldog football here with just over a minute to go. QB stands in, looking, rolling left, looking deep, throws across his body. He's got a man there, caught! Touchdown Beavers.
We have a flag on the play.
That's CJ Thompson with a reception, a flag in the end zone. And there's a flag at the 2 as well. We'll check this flag. And a third down bomb thrown by Burke. They get the call.
Illegal touching. Offense, number 10. Went out of bounds. Came back in with his first touch of pass.
And it's an illegal
Lost the
touching
down at the previous spot.
on the Beavers.
Fourth down.
So Thompson went out of bounds, came back in and caught the pass. You cannot be the first one to come back in and touch the football if you went out of bounds on your own. So that negates a touchdown. Loss of down. It's 4th and 3 for Bluffton from the Adrian College 28-yard line. We'll see if the AC defense can stop where they started. First play of the game for Bluffton was an interception by the
All right,
Adrian
Beaver
defense.
fans, you are the 12th Beaver on the field. Let's hear it.
4th and 3 for Bluffton at the Adrian 28. Burke waits, throws to the flat, caught, and he's going to be tackled short. AC defense, first down Dogs as Wade's Ashman makes the tackle out on the edge.
That's going to solidify it for Adrian. They're going to just go right
Short of the yard
into
gain
game
brings up a
victory
Bulldog first
formation
down.
with me, I'm sure. Score update, though, I'd like to say Michigan State down 16-0 start of the second quarter to Washington.
Is it 16? I got a text saying it's 9. Did Washington just score again?
Washington 16-0, it looks like. Michigan State has the ball right now. 11:35 left in the second.
2 possessions. It's okay. Don't worry about it yet. I'm worried about a Bulldog win here. 58-23 is our score. And it's the third string quarterback, Williams, back out there. He'll toss it to Foster. Shenard Foster slips through a tackle and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Should be one more play for this AC offense. Then we'll pack the bags up, head back to Adrian, and get ready for homecoming. Finlandia next week at 3 p.m. at
Bulldogs,
Docking
no gain on the
Stadium.
play.
Pregame at
Bring up
2:45.
second down.
And then a bye week to prepare for Hope College. An MIAA showdown between the Bulldogs and the Flying Dutchman. Snap to Williams. Here's a run. Up the middle for Foster. Give him 5. And that is going to do it. A dominating win for this Adrian College team. 58 points on the scoreboard for their team and just 23 for the home team, Bluffton Beavers.
Pick up a
Final
5 on the
5
play.
ticks off. Both teams shaking hands here at an illuminated alumni field here in Bluffton,
And
Ohio.
that's the end of the fourth quarter.
58 for Adrian,
Final
23 for
score,
Bluffton.
Bulldogs 58,
improved
and
now
Bluffton
to 2-1 on the
University
season. They've won 2 in a
23.
row. They'll go for 3 next week, 3 o'clock at Docking Stadium for the Finlandia Lions. We'll take a break. Post-game show coming up next on the Adrian College Sports Network. Can we do a couple minutes? A lot of Bulldogs played, a lot of Bulldogs produced here tonight in an offensive explosion. Defense did some great things. The starters got 2 interceptions in this football game. But as it wore on and you sub more people out, guys that don't play a lot, Bluffton sort of made a little run there in the second half, but was not enough for the Adrian College football team in a 58-23 final. And we look at some contestants for our player of the game. And you look first on the defensive side, and he was in the Bluffton backfield almost every single play.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look here at the defensive player of the game is Shea LaRue for Adrian College. Like you said, in the backfield all night long, wrapped up many players, tackles for loss, 3, sacks 4. He was all over the place tonight, and Shea LaRue is our defensive player of the game.
All right, we'll look at the offensive player of the game right after this 30-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network. Travels 90 minutes south of Adrian. They go to Bluffton to get the win. Non-conference contest. The good news is, looks like everyone is healthy who started the game. That's good news going into next week against Finlandia for their homecoming contest with the Lions of Finlandia. Ian Wedge, Brett Carlisle with you. The defensive player of the game was Shea LaRue, just a menace there on that defensive line. Now we turn our attention to an offense that wasn't really dynamic through the air, but they were great on the ground.
Yeah, and tonight we're going to look at the offensive player of the game, Stephen Moses. 90 rushing yards, averaging 6.4. Longest was 23, and he capped it off with 3 touchdowns tonight on 14 rushing attempts. Stephen Moses was all over the field tonight, rushing in and out. Got a couple good runs, solid runs down the field. Beating out his teammate by over 25 yards, 24 yards. Aaron Jenkins also had a touchdown tonight, but Stephen Moses caps it off tonight. 3 touchdowns, offensive player of the game.
So there you have it, our offensive player of the game, Stephen Moses. 3 touchdowns, 90 yards rushing on 14 carries. We'll take a 30-second break, give our final thoughts, and a look ahead to Homecoming 2022 here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Welcome back on ACSN, a final score of 58-23 for Adrian College. Their second road contest, their second one in the state of Ohio. They come away with a convincing win here tonight. They move to 2-1 on the season. They look to make it 3-1 next week against the Finlandia Lions, a team, Brett, that they've had success with in their time playing them.
Yeah, and Finlandia, last year Adrian traveled up to Finlandia. I think you traveled up there with Jay Hanna last year, and that was quite a long drive.
Yep,
for you guys.
At least it rained when we got there, and rained like the whole weekend.
Right, so and it was also probably really cold up there as well. So, but Adrian always having success against the Finlandia Lions, who are going to come down for our homecoming here next weekend on the 24th. So make sure to come out and support your fellow Bulldogs as they get on to take on the Lions. But my final thoughts here, Adrian's looking good. 2-win victory right in a row. 33-0 against Hanover, 58-23 final score here in Bluffton University. They're headed into a game against Finlandia, which is the team they've always beaten in the past. So anything can happen, but I think Adrian's going to be on a 3-game win streak soon, and they're going to win the homecoming, and they're going to be sitting perfect for conference play.
So this weekend of the crossover matchup between the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference and the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, heavily favoring the MIAA. The only school to not get the win was Hope College. They lose at Mount St. Joseph, a 33-28 final, but the rest of the MIAA doing well today, and the Bulldogs get it done here 58-23. They hope to stay healthy next week as they look forward to conference play, but the Lions loom Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Thank you all the Bulldog fans listening to this broadcast. A big thanks to Laura Witkowski back in the studio. For Brett Carlisle, I'm Ian Wentz saying so long from Bluffton University. Adrian wins their second in a row. They're 2-1. They win this one 58-23. Have a great night.